Good evening. We interrupt your local broadcasting system to bring you breaking news from the freshman class at Ohio Christian University. Stay tuned to find out more.
To some, grades aren't that important, but to others, their scholarships depend on it. Sociology seems to be taking that away. The freshman class of Ohio Christian University is starting to get frazzled as their grades dropped about 2 weeks ago. Some students are handling it just fine, while others are going to the extent of hiding in an underground bunker because they just don't want to be seen.
It seems as over 3/4 of this sociology class are not passing. We meet up with Sierra Dunn to see how bad the damage really is. I'm here with an OCU student, Sierra Dunn, who is also taking the course of sociology. Sierra, are you passing that class at the moment?
No, I am not.
Would you mind telling us what your grade is in that class?
50%?
Thank you. Students all across campus are starting to feel a little bit on edge about their grades in sociology. Let's take a look at our next interview with current student Deborah Jones.
Excuse me, miss?
Me?
Yes, may we talk?
You want to talk to me?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, I suppose so.
Do you attend OCU?
Why, yes, I am a student here at Ohio Christian University. May I help you?
Are you taking sociology?
Why, yes, I am taking that.
Would you care to give information on that class?
No, we're not allowed to talk about it. Please let me go on.
Wait, do you feel under pressure?
What do you mean?
Other students feel it too.
You mean other students are feeling that way too?
Yeah, all of them.
I don't understand. All of them? It was to my understanding not all of them. Only the ones not in group 1.
Yeah, they just feel under pressure, kind of like they're sick.
Why, yes, I was feeling that way too. I just don't understand what else I need to do. You know, you get into class and you think you know the answers, and then it hits you. And this thing, it like eats your brain up.
Kind of like the plague.
This plague, yes. You call it a plague. Do you have a name for it?
Just that students are failing more than usual.
Well, whatever it is, I hope that there's some kind of cure, because my future depends on this.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
We've decided to take a look into what might help you pass the class. These tips are to study, read your book, and do a great community service presentation.
Our next interviewer, Gabriella Knickerbocker, seems to have it worse. Let's take a look at her interview.
Yeah.
I'm here with another sociology student, Gabriella Knickerbocker, who is also under the same sickness. Gabby, what is your grade in sociology?
My grade in sociology is a 44%.
Dr. McDonald recently showed this picture as students walked into her classroom. The left male is shown with a head full of hair, while the other is not. This symbolizes how students feel before sociology versus after. We sit with Dr. McDonald now.
I'm here with Dr. McDonald, and I'm going to ask her a few questions about the course that she teaches. So, Dr. McDonald, what is sociology?
One of many courses. The discipline itself is the scientific study of societies and groups within societies, macro and micro.
Okay. And you have noticed that your students have been struggling.
Oh,
in your
terrible.
Class.
Terrible.
What do you think? Why is that?
Because they're terrible students. No, it is total manipulation of the grade to encourage that pedagogy of discomfort. It's about perspective taking. It's also a critical pedagogy where they have to form their own worldviews based on being in real life situations. So many are meant to fail. However, they didn't have to. I have people that got 9s and 10s, 8s. So it wasn't inevitable, but it was very circular in what it was meant to do.
Okay, thank you.
During the last lecture of her sociological experiment, McDonald emphasizes on God's grace and forgiveness. She was lied to, ridiculed, and her students even cheated to try to maintain on top. We do this often in our faith walk, and this was just another way to point that out. She says to love God and to love others, because no matter the circumstances, that's what God does with us.
So students can finally breathe after being a sociology student for the last 10 days.
This next clip shows a perfect example about how students feel now.